Alright, we're back. Basically, it's me and us in Miami fighting for a spot. We don't play each other, so see how it goes. It's usually pretty tough, having a tough year. Effective recruiting. Alright. I think we lost this one, but let's go on the clip till it's over. We did this 3-star gem. It hurts. UCLA. I think we're okay there. We're letting that one go. UCLA is not being cool. See if we can get. I think this is a double star. Stars. Good grades there. Alright, we're playing Pitt. Actually good enough on this one. What's off of them? Probably lost that one. Yeah, we're doing some more stuff. What can we do with this guy? Wait, already got it up. Still a decent class. What is that cat doing?
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Pitt Panthers offense will get the football first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort, because then he can really be at his best.
Good ride on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. On the double. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Got it in the middle. It's Bryant. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Not difficult, not complicated. But early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
29 Philly. Going on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon.
Blocking.
Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So FIU's offense will get the ball for the first time.
Decent game from Brady.
A sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to these...
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. All right, guys, let's talk about Florida International. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Catch is made at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on the return.
You must have a chance to do that.
Recovering the fumble. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Yep.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Okay. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Do this.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
Another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Here's the handoff.
Oh my goodness.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here in the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense is going to take a lot of game.
A
QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The RPO, it's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down.
Got it.
They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
To the air on second down. Shoots it to the left. Finally corralled, and not before. He picks up the first down.
It is so hard as a defender to have to stop that big fella from catching the corner route, right? He already has great size and long arms, and he can jump. So what do? I mean, you're not trying to create pass interference and a penalty, but that's just a size mismatch, and the offense took advantage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Why not trying to get it in? They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the play.
Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts at the 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Booth. Oh, he's got it for free. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Okay, ready?
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
29 Philly.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field or he's going to run a route, or he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down, but they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting it second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Ready?
That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
On the
So
double.
they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Cobra. Ready?
Power football with the run. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game. You got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need second down. Looking downfield, it's Hart.
Oh gosh.
Second for the 11th.
What's that? If you want to
Like that, and they'll have it at the 20.
Well, the defense was in cover two, which means they had two safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Finds the tight end. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. And the Panthers with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Clear. Go.
The play action fake. Over the middle, it's Hicks. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Gonna run it. It's caught. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Right on that. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here we go.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. He fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Looking to pass. It's Hart. It's complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm right away.
There he goes. Picks up the first down, still moving.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, in college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacant area where he's at. Unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish on that play.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
Should have waited for the out.
why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David. Only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to...
He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Do the work.
They ruined the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, FIU. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. You execute the offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Big connection to the right. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Okay, Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down.
Green 25.
To the air on first down. Under fire. Finds his man. It's gone. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handles. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Lost a throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And complete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Brought in the backfield. It's gone. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On the ready.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Hart. Still looking on the move. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Just a short pass to the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the...
Breaks into the open. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Easy.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed over the middle. It's Perry. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, Panthers. A great catch and run for 6.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. That's caught. It's Hicks. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Looking downfield very late in the half. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Okay, ready?
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap from the gun on third down. Slings it downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's gone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team.
This doesn't look good.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Panthers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Dropping back, it's Hart. Here comes the heat. Snagged in the middle, it's Witherspoon. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Ernie on the Jets. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Showtime today, baby.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Touchdown, Florida International. And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Hicks. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Come on, set.
Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Florida International offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Hart. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He's got 98 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushes. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
On the double.
Bunch formation for these receivers. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And I love
No, he did not get touched.
man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Rush is on him.
Second, yes, sir.
You know, it's going to be so important for this offense to get better up front protecting and try to give this quarterback a pocket to throw from, because David right now in that last play, he had no chance.
Yeah, and step one in stopping a good passing attack is always being able to affect the quarterback. And it's not always with sacks, and sometimes it's with pressures. But when you get the sacks, and now you get them behind the sticks and put them in more predictable situations, that is exactly what you want from your defense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Witherspoon. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. FIU will line up to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the wideout. They'll start this drive going through the air. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
2nd down, they'll go to the air.
We got him.
Is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Okay,
They
ready?
had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll try the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Finds his tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everyone can be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Easy.
Looking for a man. It's Hart. Flushed out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They booted away. Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Are you ready?
Offense in a bunch formation.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Bryant. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be able to play.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle.
Fires deep toward the end zone.
Got it.
Touchdown.
Nice.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, And then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by 10 to Oregon. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Now that one, Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
And you know what? The best third down offense is don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice game, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you just pound it down the throat on something?
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Panthers can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
To the air, it's Hart. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
If we're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
To the air on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced it.
This time it's complete.
Yeah, you got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage.
Out running, but
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys
receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going.
Come on, I just want to see one more time. That's some crazy bombs. Computer fixed that 100 times out of 100.
On the field, throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Quick strike offense on that three-way scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
13 for a fumble, so let's go. Let's actually start with Joseph.
They opt to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And this setter downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. On the run, it's
and that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on second and 9. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the leads late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Touch pass on the run. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Like we were in a lot of trouble before that. We went from a 0.5 to 14. All right. Moving up, a couple games left. And I believe we do have a game against Miami, right? Is that it? Go for all the marbles? Yep. Full of, ooh,